Well, good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. And today I'm doing another watch review or unboxing with you guys today by a company that I reached out to a couple weeks ago, and they were nice enough to send me one of their watches to sample and review on my channel with you guys. If you guys have watched my videos, you know I basically always review anything that I personally purchase. But then lately, because my channel's become so popular, I've been reaching out to other companies to try to get samples from what I would consider micro-brand watch companies, whereas they don't really have the advertising budget some of the big boys do in order to push their product and and to market their product. So that's where I come in. And although I don't get paid for doing this, I want to be very clear with you guys. When I receive some of the stuff, you know, when I review an Invicta watch with you guys, I purchased it, or I borrowed it from a friend who made the purchase and allowed me the opportunity to make a video of a video review of it, right? But some of the other companies that I've been reviewing recently, some of them are outside of my budget as far as, you know, whether or not I would spend the money. Like some of the Alexander watches I've received are very, very expensive, the company's been so generous to allow me to market their brand and try to get that company the recognition it deserves. So anyway, like I said, I reach out to companies, and sometimes they'll send me a product for review, and they like to collaborate. Other times they don't. And a lot of companies have been very, very generous lately, from the Swiss military watch company that I just reviewed, to Alexander and Sterling watches, to Aragon, and the list goes on and on. And I just want to thank each and every one of those companies for giving me the opportunity to review their products. And all the smart home items that I've been, I've received several smart home items recently. It's been really fantastic to be able to get some of this product and share with you guys, okay? And so, like I said, although I'm not paid as an influencer, I don't think my channel's really quite at the point yet where, if you don't know what an influencer is, basically I'm an influencer. I share products with you guys that I like, that I'm interested in, I review them, and then sometimes even if I'm not, if it's really something, maybe a watch that I personally wouldn't buy because maybe it's not as big as I would like, it still is nice to be able to share with you guys, because let's face it, just because I like the Invicta watches and these big over-the-top watches, it doesn't mean that you do, and it's great to be able to share with you guys some of these products that you might not have discovered. So, and there's a program out there called FameBit. If you guys haven't heard of that, basically for anybody who has a YouTube channel, a Twitter account, and now there are stipulations as far as, if you have a Twitter account, you have to have a minimum of 5,000 followers in order to be considered. But what happens is basically creators like myself who put up videos and spend their time doing this, go ahead and can reach out to companies and say, hey, this is what I do, this is what I like. For instance, I reach out to watch companies for the most part and smart home items because that's what I'm into, that's what I mainly review on my channel. However, I'll review any product on my channel because it's nice to be able to share this product. YouTube has become one of the biggest search engines out there, and I know anytime I'm looking to buy a product, I always go to YouTube first to see what people's experiences are about it. Are they happy with it? Did they have good luck with it, bad luck with it? A year down the road, are they still happy with it? And that's where I come in. And so, anyway, I reached out to this company on FameBit the other day, and I haven't really got a lot of I guess, proposals, or I've made proposals, but I haven't really got a lot of collaborations with FameBit quite yet, just because there's a lot of people on there, and it kind of alleviates the personal touch, whereas when I reach out to a company to possibly review their product, I have one-on-one with them as far as, strategy, as far as what some of the points that they might want to share, maybe some things about, let's say, a watch I didn't know about with that particular product, and I pass it on, and then I come back, I re-review it, and I keep telling you guys, what I think of the watch. Do I still like it? Has it held up? Did it have a problem? And one thing with these reviews, I'll always be very honest with you. And one of the companies that I just collaborated with, we had an issue. And I'm not going to say which company because the issue has been resolved. But thanks to me finding the issue, it saved them a lot of money in sending out something that could potentially have been a problem. So I'll always be honest with you guys on what I think, okay? So, with that being said, with FameBit, basically what happens is you put a proposal and they will actually pay you to do a review and share the product, right? And so I haven't gotten anything from FameBit quite yet other than product. And it's actually, the issue with it is just the fact that, there are so many people on FameBit all putting out the same proposal. So if you have a guy who's, let's just say, has a smart tech channel who has, 50,000 followers or subscribers, and I come along and say, hey, I'd like to review your product too, the company may be nice enough, like this company I'm about to share with you guys, to send me a product for review, but they're not necessarily going to pay me to do it. So unfortunately, I have not gotten any kind of paid endorsements as of yet. Despite everybody thinks I work for Invicta, I don't. I just love watches and I love the product. So basically, I'll let you guys know if I've purchased it, if it was sent to me as a sample, or if I'm getting paid for it, so you guys know in advance. I want to be honest with you guys all the time. All right, so with that being said, let's talk about this company called, I believe it's called Limitless. And so I'm just going to go to their website. It's called LMTS. And they sent me a watch. They said, they contacted me via FameBit, and they said, hey, or I contacted them and said, this is what I do. I'd like the opportunity to review your product and share it with my subscribers and see what they think. And they got back to me and said they changed their proposal. It was supposed to be a $100 fee, right? And they went in and changed it and said, well, now they're not going to do that. I think what they really meant, they're not going to do it with me, but they were nice enough to send me products. So I do thank them for sending me the product for me to review and share with you guys. And the company, once again, is called LMTS, and they make, on their website, mainly men's watches. And from what I can tell, they have 5 different watches in their collection. And they have one called the Dare You, the Demeanor, the Now or Never, the Risk Taker, and the Take a Chance. And their whole idea and their branding is kind of like this, take charge, don't have any limits, just this real positive kind of outlook on, I guess, life and taking the bull by the horns. And I'm just going to read you what they say about their mission. Here at LMTS, we strive for excellence. Our watches have been created with the vision of portraying ultimate high quality and supremacy. Through countless hours of designing and perfecting the Push Your Limits collection, or Push Your LMTS collection, we have constructed 5 sleek and sophisticated watches designed specifically for men. We are confident that with rich quality and suave appearance of our watches, confidence will implode on any man who wears it. Are you ready to push your boundaries? Are you ready to push your limits? So that's kind of their mission on what they do. And like I said, 5 watches in their collection. The one I'm going to share with you guys today is the Now or Never. Okay. So basically, my first impression of these watches is that although I appreciate the company send me the watch, for me it's like every other dress watch out there. I mean, I have lots of dress watches in my collection that I wear once in a while, and depending on the circumstance, I will wear this watch, but it's not going to be one of my go-to watches because, frankly, it just doesn't really do much for me. And that's just me personally. That doesn't mean it won't do something for you. Now, I will say, right off the bat, I thought, based on the box, I thought they had sent me their whole collection, which would have been really nice to be able to share each and every one of those watches, because maybe one would appeal to me better, or maybe it would appeal to you for you guys to actually see what it looked like on my wrist. But instead they sent me one. And so when I first got the box, I have to tell you, I was super impressed. And I'm not really one to get too impressed over boxes. So, to my surprise, it's this huge red box. I said, oh man, there must be at least 3 watches in here, right? Wrong. So, let's go ahead with the unboxing. I'll just go ahead and show you the box. I get this big, beautiful red box with the looks like silver LMTS, the Limits logo. You crack this baby open, I was like, oh man. Then this was very unique too, because of all the watch boxes I've received, I've never had one like this. It's all hardwood construction. I thought it was very nice. You have your chrome logo on top and the Limits list right on top there. Very nice. You have a push button deployment. Very nice hinge on the box. It stays closed, and then it's kind of got this almost like cherry wood design. It's very, very pretty to look at. It looks very, very nice. And then when I popped open the box, there's the watch. So huge pillow, huge watch box, and this little tiny watch on the inside. So of course it is done in kind of like an ivory faux leather. And of course you have a big giant pillow for the watch. So let's go ahead and take that on out of here. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it directly off the website. So first impression of this watch when I got it, it's like any other entry-level affordable watch you'd find just, any one of your department stores. To me, it's really nothing to really, and like I said, I don't want to insult anybody or hurt anybody's feelings, but it's really nothing for me personally to really write home about. It's just like every other dress watch. If you are looking for something in a small size, this would be something that might interest you. However, based on, and I have to be honest, based on the specs of the watch, and I'm not sure if they have coupons or deals, but based on the specs of the watch, for the price point, I just personally don't think it warrants the price point. I have reviewed other watches that are kind of similar to this in my collection that are, you know, I mean, again, if you're comparing this watch to something you can get from Aragon or Invicta, it's a little expensive for what it is. And I just have to be honest with you guys, and be honest with the company as well, because, you know, I hope that the company does well, and I hope that they sell their watches, but to me, this doesn't really warrant the $100 price point. A little bit about it, though. Of course, it has 3 ATMs of water resistance, a mineral reinforced glass. You're looking at case thickness of 7 millimeters and 38 millimeters in diameter. Italian black leather strap, they call it. I don't really know if it is Italian or not, but it is a black leather strap. It's a Japanese-made VX3F semi-mechanical movement. I'm not sure if that's the make of the movement or whatnot. And so here's what it says. It says, the watch is designed for the dapper and courageous out there. The Now or Never edition manifests the James Bond killer looks, incredibly dashing appearance with small face and minimalist style. This timepiece not only makes a bold statement, but also proves the theory that the best things come in small sizes. Essentially, no effort is needed with this piece. Heads will turn for this immaculate construction, and if you wait until you're ready, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. So they all have these little sayings with each one of their watches. It's kind of their whole, I guess, their whole theme. To kind of, you know, I guess make you feel like a man who's going to take charge if you wear this watch. And, you know, like I said, it's not a bad looking watch. It's just for $100, I just think there are so many options out there in that price point that you could get that's going to give you something of just, I'm not even going to say nicer looking. It's a nice looking watch, but of a higher quality. And, you know, I'm not going to say that this is a garbage watch, but I just think for $100, it just doesn't look to me like a $100 watch. And I feel bad saying that, but, you know, and maybe the company will send me maybe a few of their other watches in their collection that maybe I can review and take a look at those as well. But as far as right now, this is going to be the watch for somebody who's looking for something very, very minimal. One thing I do actually will say, on a positive note about the watch that I like, is that it's a leather strap, but on the inside of the watch, it says genuine leather as well, but it looks like the inside and the outside is actually leather. Whereas some watches have more of that kind of like, it's almost like a suede on the inside. Whereas this watch here, you could definitely, you know, like some of those ones will actually, if you get them wet, they're going to kind of stay wet. This here is going to dry off really quickly. So that's a very positive note. The face is kind of interesting as far as what they've done. See if I can show you that. Let me go ahead and move you here so you can see what it looks like under some better lighting. And you guys know I make my videos raw, uncut, unedited. This is how I like to do them. So this one's done, like I said, in black leather and a rose tone case, rose gold. There is kind of a dome to the top of the crystal, and you can see the face there with your accents and your Limitless logo. It looks like it has what appears to be I'm not really sure what the actual complications here are on this here. I guess it would be your minutes. And of course your hour marker, I would assume. It is not a screw down crown, of course. It's just the regular stand pop out crown. Again, weight on this, it's very, very lightweight. So if you're looking for something very, very comfortable, this could be a watch for you. And again, I do like the way they've done the band. I do like the fact that it doesn't have that softer kind of leather on the inside, that it is the same leather as you would find on the outside of the band. That's actually pretty nice. And of course, just your standard buckle on the back here. I think these are just kind of generic bands. I don't see any logo on the band, so they're probably just buying bands and throwing them on here. On the back of the watch, you have your logo, steel back, water resistant, stainless steel back, water resistant. So not really too much on the watch. No marking as far as the name of the watch. I thought that would have been kind of nice to have had on there, but they didn't. You have Roman numeral markers, of course, at the 12, 6, 3, and was it 9? And you do have a little bit of lume on the hands, of course. And that's about it. Just on the hands and just on the second hand. Second hand, minute, and hour hands right there. That's about it. Got your 7 millimeters thickness, really thin, low profile watch. And let me go ahead and throw it on the wrist now and show you what it looks like on a 7-inch wrist. Once again, I'll put a link in the description where you can pick this up for the best deal, whether that's through the actual manufacturer's website or through some of my eBay or Amazon links. So there it is on the wrist. Very minimal style dress watch, you know. Let's go ahead and take it over here where we get a little better lighting here. I tell you, no matter where I stand in this house, as bright as it is, there's always shadows. And like I said, guys, I think it's just my camera. I will say, though, on a positive note, the face does have kind of a unique kind of, I'm not really sure what you'd consider that, but there is some detail to the face. You see when the light hits it, there's some texturing there, and you get your dual dials on there. No day or date complication on this, unfortunately. Just a pretty minimal, I mean, pretty much they did what they were going for. I mean, their descriptions hits a nail on the head. It's a very, very minimalistic style watch. Not really too much else going on about it. It's small. It's comfortable. I mean, that's for damn sure. I mean, not a bad watch, guys. I mean, if you're looking for a watch in that price range of $100, you know, it's not horrible. And like I said, there's always coupons going on with all these websites. So you might check that out at a later date. It's something that you really want. But to me, you know, like I said, it's just, you know, it's hard for me sometimes to do reviews with watches that are ones that I get sent that, you know, they really have to have something kind of unique. Like the one I reviewed the other day, and definitely check those out if you're looking for a minimalistic, affordable watch. The watch by the Edge Watch Company. That one there has got a very interesting design where it's in the shape of a D, so the crown, there's no way the crown will hit your wrist. Even on me, the crown's not going to hit my wrist with this, but I mean, something like that I think is very unique. Whereas this, I mean, for that price point, I just don't think there's a lot of uniqueness with this particular watch. To me, it just looks like every other dress watch out there that you can find in any department store. So, but like I said, that's just my opinion. You may find this watch extremely attractive. And like I said, I don't think it's an unattractive watch by any means. But when I look at, for me personally, when I go looking at what a watch costs versus what you're getting, you know, just to throw something out there, you can get an Invicta, even if you don't want the Invicta. But let's say you want to get an Invicta Pro Diver or Grand Diver. You can get those for like $130. I mean, I picked my girlfriend up one for $130. And that one's got a Seiko NH35 automatic movement. It's a full bracelet version. A breathtaking watch for $129. And so when I look at that compared to something like this, it's very hard for me to rationalize if I was looking for a dress watch that I wouldn't go with another brand. But that's for you to decide. Ultimately, you know, you have to pick what you like and wear what you like. And that's why what I love about collecting watches, there's always something for everyone out there. Whether this is your watch you want to get or an Invicta, there's, like I said, there's always some watch out there for everybody. And not everybody shares the same taste and style. And that's what's, like I said, what's awesome. There's so many, there's millions and millions of watches being produced out there, and there is just something for everybody. So guys, I just want to thank you for watching the review and watching my channel. I will review this watch again at a later date, maybe under top 10 dress watches under $100. We'll see. I'll try to market this at another search term where it might get a little more exposure. Beautiful watch box, positive notes. Let's go back to the positive notes. Beautiful watch box, beautiful presentation. Although it didn't come with any documentation, which I guess it doesn't really matter. But if I was purchasing it, I would expect it would come with something. You know, I think that's just normal. And all the watches I've ever opened up, it always comes with something. What else? Not bad styling at all. But like I said, the only negative thing I have to say about it is just the price point. And, you know, maybe I'm wrong on that, but I would think realistically for this watch, a price point of about $50 to $75 is more realistic. Because I have watches that I have picked up at different points in my life that were, you know, from Walmart or Kmart or Macy's, whatever, for the $30 price range, and that's what I feel when I feel this watch. But then again, if you guys own this watch and you like it, if you're interested in it, I'll sell it to you, no problem. Yeah, that's just my 2 cents on this particular watch here. Again, if you're looking for a very minimalistic dress watch, this might be the one for you. However, I have many watches in my collection. I feel like when I wear a dress watch, it's got to have something that's going to set it apart a little bit, some kind of uniqueness, and I just don't feel a lot of uniqueness in this particular watch, unfortunately. But let me know what you guys think. I'll always love getting the comments. Go ahead and drop a comment on there. Remember, I'll put a link in the description if you want to pick this up where you can get it for through either eBay or Amazon. I'll put a link to the manufacturer's website as well. And as always, like I said, subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more videos. Thanks again, guys. Have a wonderful day.